Hey everyone, so I know it's been a while. I've been doing a lot of shadow work, so if I'm not coming on the daily, don't think that I'm not doing anything. It's just I'm doing shadow work, and shadow work is it's not beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful mess, truly. By the way, I almost forgot to light my sage. It's a beautiful mess. I'm back in Soul Shift, and I'm doing Shadow Season. Like currently I'm doing Shadow Season, and then I'm going to be catching up all the way back from April. I fell behind because I was like, oh my god, I feel overwhelmed. I wasn't integrating properly, but that's okay because now I know how to integrate properly. Anywho, a quartz point that I found at one of my local metaphysical shops. And then I added the blue kyanite. So this here's blue kyanite. And it is an energy clearer. Anyway, there's little inclusions in the quartz. I don't know if my camera's going to pick it up. Peacock, and his feathers are naturally shed. So this is an owl feather. This is an eagle feather. These are pheasant. But I made this, so I get to do that for you and for me. Anyway, with this thing, I wouldn't even say it's a thing. It's a sacred tool. You chakra, heart chakra, high heart, and then what I do also is solar plexus, sacral, root chakra, earth star chakra. Okay, so today, I love this thing. When I made it, I just started cleaning the energy. I just couldn't stop using it. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be because I love this necklace. I made this necklace a couple of years ago. And I thought that and I'm going to be undoing it basically, and I'm going to be putting on a different clasp. I know you can see it. I know you can see it. There we go. Me doing that clasp. As opposed to this one, because I wasn't even able to wear this for very long. So this usually goes like this. And then it started irritating me because I have to have sterling silver. I didn't make it. All right, so I also, here, have you look at my workspace. I don't care. I know it's messy, but you know what? This is beautiful chaos. Beautiful chaos. Here we go. I have one charcoal tab left, and I am trying to save that for a different day. Anyway, so my intention for this now is going to be for myself. Okay, so get my little pliers. I bought these at Shipwreck Beads. You can actually shop online at Shipwreck Beads. But I bought these, I think that they were like, I know that they were under $20 or something like that. But it was a set of 3. They are far more heavy duty than the previous pair that I had. And because I had like a 3-in-1 and they were not heavy duty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this. I also, another reason why I'm redoing this is because the copper beads that I bought, because they were copper, I was under the impression that they were copper, they started to lose their copperness. So technically they're copper plated. Just goes to show you that you need to, you know, I'm not even taking blame on it because there is no one to blame. See, that's copper. That's copper. That did not lose its copper luster. But that did. That was supposed to be copper bead. And it is not. Yeah, I got dirty nails. I don't care. Okay, so I have, I believe this is black tourmaline. I'm keeping a lot of the gemstones on here, but I'm also adding. So this is rhodochrosite. Oh, and here is some aquamarine. Some garnet. I'm also at, this is, I don't even know what that is. There's dirt on it, and I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's peridot. It's peridot. Aquamarine, garnet, peridot. I'm gonna be like redoing this. I'm gonna be redoing this entire thing. This was inspired by twinflame1111.com. She has a disc. It's about like this big, and it's got copper strips, and then it has it has garnet and aquamarine and peridot. That right there is malachite. Malachite is a heart chakra stone. It's very, very peridot. I was like, I don't know a thing about peridot. Well, I did some research. Tiger's eye for courage. There's this. I also, okay, now this right here is howlet. This is howlet. This is natural howlet. Most, not all, turquoise is dyed howlet. I say most, not all. So when they dye the howlet turquoise, the howlet takes on the properties of actual turquoise. That's how you can tell the difference. But I think I'm going to go inward. So in place of these little copper beads, these little guys that are no longer copper, I am going to put blue sandstone, which is copper and glass. You can't really see it. You can Google blue sandstone. You can Google gold sandstone. This is gold sandstone. I'm going to put this one in there too, because this is copper and glass. This will not lose its luster. It is a man-made bead, but it still has a purpose. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is unakite. This aligns, clears all your chakras. It's a great stone. The places that I go to for research on my beads is usually, besides that, I think that's some kitty cat hair with some dirt. Anyway, I usually go to crystalvaults.com or healingcrystals.com is another great source for learning about different beads. I don't remember what this one is. Oh, it's moss agate. One of my favorite gemstones. It's one of the, I've never experienced such safety as when I wear moss agate. This is not clear quartz. This is clear fluorite. So, and this is another moss agate. I also have little hematite stars. Itty bitty stars. Can barely tell, but it's a star. Okay. So the materials that I'm using are this. It's wire. I was actually going to buy some more here recently, and then I decided against it, and I'm really glad I did, because then I didn't waste the money, and I already had this on me. Okay, these are rose quartz. I'm also going to add, here's a tiger's eye. I'm also going to add lepidolite. And I'm going to add kunzite. And then I'm going to add infinite stone. Now, since I'm doing this for myself now, it's a different vibration. Also putting in here quartz crystal and a couple pieces of labradorite. I'm still keeping the tiger's eye. The malachite. I also have on here some smoky quartz. So I added, because that, that disc inspired me to do this, I'm going to be redoing this for myself as opposed to outside of myself. So there we go. I'm also adding rhodonite, and I'm adding bloodstone. Now, I bought these bloodstone beads for the pendant that I'm making, that I'm carving. They're not all going to go on there. It's just like one piece is going to go on there. But I still wanted to be able to work with the stone. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy buying stones, and then not just for, let's see, there's hair there. Not just for myself, or not just for, my pieces, like the jewelry that I make. Be able to work with it as well and get, see what it does for me. See what it does for me. Okay. Now, I'm not reusing this. There is no way for me to be able to reuse this since it's frayed, for one. Do you see see how it's frayed? That. Like, you cannot work with that. It's not going to do what you need it to. I would end up, it would end up being shorter than what it was. So, because you have to fold this over and you have to clamp it and it would be shorter than what it originally was. So, that being said, what I can do with this is I can reuse it as a wind chime. For a wind chime, I can reuse it for that. Excuse me, I cannot reuse it as a necklace. So I'm not going to be reusing it for this project. I'm going to be reusing it for another project. And I enjoy doing that because then I'm not really wasting anything. So I'm also going to be putting opalite in this. That's, yeah. I'm putting opalite in this. Opalite brings together your energies. It, oh God, it does the things. I just want to take a moment to appreciate these. Just want to take a moment to appreciate them. They're little Swarovski crystal thingies. This one right here is, I love these colors. I've always loved these colors. Obviously, I can't put this on here because it's not a bead. It's a cone. But I just want to take a moment to appreciate them. I can, if I wanted to, put on sunstone and moonstone together, but the opalite is pretty much going to integrate my light and my shadow together and integrate it into my higher self. So that's why I'm putting in the opalite. Okay. I'm also golden sheen obsidian. And I believe a couple of pieces of green aventurine. So I'm looking at the ones that I'm actually going to take out because I don't know if I want to keep all of these in here. What you do is you get one that's really, really long. Now, the reason why I say that is because you're going to fold it in half. So it's best to measure twice and cut once. I have in the past where I'm like, oh yeah, I've got it right, I've got it right. No, it wasn't the right one. It was a little bit too small. I offered to fix it. They said, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay. I feel like they were constantly breaking, and I'm like, why is this happening? Oh yeah, so I can DIY it. Thank you for that. Okay. So you are going to do this like so. You could do that instead. You just need to make sure that it's the way it was to begin with, because it was like it was the perfect length. Do that because then I'll have a little bit of excess, and having more than what you need is perfect than not having enough. It's better than you know, having it too short and then not being able to do the thing because so you're gonna have it. It's actually pretty nice because I think I'm gonna have it shorter than that. The previous one, it was literally right around here. It wasn't too long, it wasn't too short, it was right on my collarbone. It was perfect. I loved it. So I think I'm gonna stay true to that with this amount, because even still I'm gonna be folding it over on both ends to make it like that. There you go. Okay. These are called crimp beads. So I have my crimp beads. Back down to my workspace. And really, that's what all that matters. That's what matters. Okay. There we go. Oh, moss agate. I'm sitting here like, what is that one? It's moss agate. It's one of my favorites. Okay. Hang on. I haven't done this in so long. I'm sitting here going like, is this the way you do it? Yes, Callie, this is the way you do it. See, I was using these, and they're supposed to be copper beads, but they are not. I feel like I'm missing a piece, but I know I'm not. I'm not going to use that. I don't need to use that. I have enough rose quartz. not half-assed. Yes. I also want some amethyst. I love amethyst. I really do. I haven't carved in a while because I'm trying to allow if I'm not feeling it, I can't force myself to carve when I'm not inspired to do so. And I've really come to appreciate myself when it comes to that. You know, like when it comes, because I put the pendant in here. This is like one of the pieces that I'm going to be doing. So you put the piece in here and then you carve it. And I can do it one-handed. It's just, if I'm not feeling inspired, I can't do it. I can't force myself. And I love myself. I'm not inspired to do. It's going to take as long as it takes, and I can't force myself to do it. It's just that will not work. Got it. Yay! They're moving like chess pieces. Okay. So what you do is you take your crimp bead. Now, I'm hoping that you can it's being wonky. Okay. Then you take your crimping tool. And what you want to do is you want to bring it as close to hang on. Hang on, give me a second here. There we go. Close to the well. See how this is dangling? You want to get it as close to here as possible. Right here. because it's folded over. Be patient with yourself. You can pinch it closed to be able to have better control, and then what you're going to do is you're going to slide it down closer, as close as you can get it to this bit right here. Oh my god, I can hear my kitty cat snoring. I love whenever he snores. He's so cute. Okay. So you take this, and sometimes it gets away from you. Sometimes you have to open it up, straighten that shit out. Or sometimes you have to get a completely new one because it's not working with you like you want it to. And in those instances, all you have to do is be like, please, will you please work with me? Because I have a vision. And you're part of that vision. What fell? Oh, probably that. You're part of that vision. See, I had to open it up. You don't want to use this to crimp because it's not meant for that. This is for wire wrapping. I use these as a way to open jump rings, close jump rings. I use this as a way to hold different projects so that I can open and close jump rings. This is the wire cutter. Okay. This is the crimping and gripping. So if I want to grab something and I can't do it with my fingers, because that's a little bit difficult with my fingers. You definitely have to have a steady hand when doing this type of work, because if you don't, it's really not gonna turn out the way you want or expect or are hoping. And not everyone can do this, but the people who can, they are really good at it. So, and it just takes practice. So I see that I'm about ready to fling my stuff everywhere, and I don't really want to do that, so come back to center. You have to allow yourself time. So like what I'm doing is I'm trying to like kind of like a sandwich. But I need it to be symmetrical because my Virgo moon is going, wait, but you need this. Sometimes there's little crimp tubes that you can buy. I don't really buy the tubes because they slip off. They don't do the job that I need. Sometimes. I've tried them, and then you can put the crimp cap on. There we go. Okay. Now I am clamping this down because I wouldn't one. Like such. I'm manually zooming here, or focusing, I should say. There we go. It's gonna look like that. Okay. Now I know that this doesn't look pretty at the moment. Come on now. There we go. But that's okay, because you're going to be hiding this little doodly bopper thingy, the excess, in a bead. So, which bead do I want to use first? You can use 2 crimp beads if you feel like it, if you feel like it's not secure enough. Just, excuse me, make it as secure as you want. Trying to find the hole. Come on, it's a bead. I know it's a bead. I just gotta find the hole. There we are. Sometimes you gotta do outside of the box. Oh, I found it. I found it. Found it. Okay. And then what you do is you slide. If it doesn't fit, pick a different bead. If it doesn't fit, pick a different bead. Pick a bigger bead. Don't fight against it. Don't sit there and get frustrated with yourself. Don't get frustrated with your project. Don't get frustrated. Just don't get frustrated. There's no need to get frustrated. So since mine is like really nice and tight, like I like that, because it's not going to slip out. There we go. It's not going to slip out. It's tight. It's not gonna come out. Like, it's not gonna slip slide away, as the song goes. Okay. Okay. Now, how I like to do this stuff intuitively. I like to do my art intuitively. Okay, I like to do this stuff intuitively because it's just the way I know how. That's the best way I know how. So that's a smoky quartz. If you are having trouble distinguishing smoky quartz from black tourmaline or jet, just remember that smoky quartz is translucent. Jet, onyx, black obsidian are not. They are not transparent. So, like right here, I have, that's black tourmaline. That's black tourmaline. That's smoky quartz. See how this one is like translucent, transparent? You can see through it a little bit. Smoky quartz is great for radiation. It's amazing stuff here. Okay, so I've got all these little itty bitty beads. What are you? Okay, over there. So when I was inspired to when I went on this website and I went on twinflame1111.com, I loved the concept of the disc, but I was having an issue with not being able to afford it. So I decided to make my own version that was portable. And this time, this is going to be more healing for me rather than just, communication. This is going to be more for me. And I'm okay with that. Oh, let me focus. There we go. So I like to put the grounding stones on the outside. This is what's going to be on the back of my neck. Okay. Oh, here. Trying to get to where you can see against the contrast. This right here, I know that I get a lot of comments on this stone. I love this stone. I did not make this. I did not make this. I got this at Earthbound Trading Company. And it broke. So I mended it. First, I made it into a pin. And then I decided to, because I had the ring base, I just had the blank. And then what I did was I used this stuff and then I set it in the window with the UV resin. And then I set it in the window and it sets within 24 hours. Yeah. So the band for it broke. It was just a thin band that was soldered onto here, and it just needed to be, I don't know, stronger, I guess. But anyway, this is an agate. Again, I didn't make this, but I did fix it. And it's always been a ring. It's one of my favorite rings that I have. This is my sunstone. I bought this from a local lady. She was She sold it. I know I paid. I mean, I think she listed it at like 68 and I gave her 72 because I was like, no, you need to, this is what I have. I have 72. I can give you 72. So it's my sunstone. This is the stone that started my love of sunstone. And then, of course, my morganite on copper, which they said it was sterling silver. It's not. But the morganite is real. So, anyway. I know I get a lot of compliments on this one. This one is very much a if I were to punch somebody with this, which, you know, I don't really need to, but it would be a great like type ring. Okay. Moving on. So, do you see how that wire is hidden by the gemstones, by the beads? That's the point. You don't want to be poking yourself with the wire because this stuff does not feel good whenever it pokes you. Come back here, Lepetolite. Come back here. Wait. Okay. So, just do this however you see fit. I'm going to put on some quartz. I like symmetry. So here's black tourmaline and quartz. I like symmetry, as I said. And then I'm going to put on a spacer bead. But not before I put on the beads. Wait a minute. It's another bit you can do. Oh, I think this one's a bit bigger. Okay, maybe this one can go back here. Go back in the back. Trying to make it so that they are the same size or even the same grain because different, oh God, I love, okay, here, this is gold sunstone. Gold sandstone. I mixed them up. It's not intentional. This is gold sandstone. This is copper and glass. This is a man-made stone. The camera does not do it justice. If you have Google, if you have Akosia will do the same thing. You can check it out. You can look it up. And it does have healing properties. Here's another one with gold sandstone that I made. I looked up the healing properties of infinite stone, and then I looked up which stones pair best with it. And it was garnet, moonstone, gold sandstone. And then I even put angelite on there. Because it's a higher vibrational. I think these two will be better right here. And then I'm trying to make it so that they are the same size. I don't want ones that are not the same size. If it doesn't vibe, fix it. If it doesn't vibe, put on something else. Just don't force yourself to make it something that it's not. You can always make it different. An amethyst. Did I knock anything off? No. That's peridot. Love that the sun is coming out right now. I grabbed two. So where is the other one? Are you it? No, but you're golden chain obsidian. Are you it? No, but you are smoky quartz. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep going. Garnet. Peridot. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to leave the garnet, peridot, and aquamarine off of here. Since I am not doing the same thing with this necklace this time around, this is going to be completely different. Although I am going to keep the malachite. I'm going to keep the malachite and the tiger's eye. Yay, I found it. The moss agate. I'm going to keep the rhodochrosite, and I'm replacing these with rhodonite and golden sheen obsidian and opalite. Those are rose quartz, so I'm going to keep that. These are the stain. I actually think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna have to grab another. Amethyst. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Mabon for those who celebrate it. I know I do. I did ritual last night. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Here we go. Make sure that one's there. It's bugging me, and I know I'm going to find it somewhere else, but that's cool. I'm okay with that. And that's smoky quartz. Okay. I'm also, like I said, I'm also putting on here lepidolite, kunzite, and infinite stone. I'm still keeping the unakite. And those. Oh wait, that one goes there. I think I'm gonna put. Excuse me. Just take your time with it. There is no rush. There is no need for perfection. It is going to turn out exactly the way it should. Yeah, I know. I need to put that one on there too. Thank you. God, it's just. Ugh, I wish my camera would actually do these gemstones justice. Okay. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Because this is for myself, like to come into union for myself and with myself. That's why I chose to redo this necklace. Besides the fact that I haven't been able to wear it because of the hardware. I'm, allergic to it. I'm also going to be like these ones right here, my habit breakers. Non stretchy. It's not going to be today because I'm already at over an hour for this. So, as you can tell, I'm not really in any particular rush. Oop, runaway bead. There we go. Just shows you that this is not level. Okay, now I'm going to do the rhodochrosite. Now the rhodochrosite beads that I bought, these ones, okay, since they are so small, they are chips. I have broken more of these than I have been able to string because they are so delicate, because they are so, like, I can't even imagine the person who actually put the hole in the stone. It's an amazing stone. I don't have any bigger pieces. I can't even put these on head pins. It's just these particular beads. If I were to get bigger beads, it would be a different story. I have a lot of blue sandstone beads, so I am going to be using them. on this because the middle is right around her. Yeah, I want it to be like I can totally trim that. Measure it, you know, measure it. Do the, like I said, take your time. But make sure you do the things. Again with the runaway bead. Let's do black tourmaline. Ooh, I like that instead. Ooh. I do have one of those little bead boards where you can like lay out your stuff and like, you know, lay it out and then you can bead. I didn't bring it out for a reason. It's rose quartz. Let's try this one because I don't really want to go directly here yet. I kind of want to do something different. Oh, and I definitely want these over here. Oh, I like that at the end. Okay, I think I'm going to use that at the end. The other side. Okay. And there's the kunzite. And you can look up each and every one of these online. Cannot forget my bloodstone. I'm not going to do those today. I'm going to do those another day. So there's only a certain one that I'm going to use for the pendant. So I'm staying clear of that one. But I want to pick one for me. I'm going to pick ones for me. So I think that one. That one's actually a nice one too. And that one. Okay. Remember, with malachite, you never want to use it in its raw form because it is active, so you don't want to use it. You have to use it in a tumbled form, or a format that is safe, really. But malachite is a heart chakra stone, and I absolutely adore it. Okay. Oh, not quite. Remember to go inward. Oh wait, that's not the right way. So whatever I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other side. That's how I do it. That's how I bead. I am as symmetrical as I possibly can be. Okay. So what I do, take it like this, and then you're going to measure. Because here's the back of it. So I'm right about the middle. So now it's time for my centerpiece. I might need to take out a few because it might not mesh. I mean, I can alter this however I want to. Let's go back down here. Okay. Now I'm putting on my golden sheen obsidian. think I want to bloodstone. It takes some time. Yeah. I'm almost done. I'm like halfway there. Whoa, I'm halfway there. Yes, I am a huge Bon Jovi fan. OMG, it is looking amazing. For the love. It's okay. I got another one. I got a backup. Pretty sure my backup, or the one that I had, fell on the floor, and I will get it later. Okay. Because it didn't look like the one that I had. It didn't. It looked like it had a small hole, and it would look like it was gonna break. Excuse me. Wait. Hold up. Oh, I have a lot more of these blue sandstone on hand. I have a lot more. Okay. Okay, so you want to check it out? See where our progress is? I know I do. You ready, Freddie? So what you do is I like the colors. Mm-hmm. Yes, please. Rhodonite. I was introduced to rhodonite here recently, and I fell in love. There's so many stones that I fall in love with, and I'm like, oh my god, where have you been all my life? In the earth. In Mother Gaia. That's where it's been all my life. I'll find it later. I shall continue. Oh, yeah, I need another one of those. Okay. I only have a limited amount of labradorite currently. It does not mean that I cannot get any more. Oh, wait. Have I mentioned how happy I am that it's Libra season? If I haven't, I'm happy it's Libra season. My season is upon us. Although I am an October Libra. I'm an October Libra. I love the fact that my birthday is in October because I love Halloween. I love Samhain. I'm not so much into the whole horror aspect of Halloween. Because that's a Christianization of Samhain. And so I'm not really into that. But I am very much into Samhain and Dia de los Muertos. Very much into it. So more into it than I have ever been, which I'm really grateful for. And it's time for the Unakite. Okay. Yes. So remember the last time, whenever I showed it to you before, the sea turtles were facing out. This time they're facing in. Sea turtles represent the journey. It's pretty much what it is. It's the journey. It represents the journey. And so it's the journey inward. I'm really glad I'm doing this. I've been wanting to wear this thing for a long time. Okay, let me get some more. Not that one. And this one. Stay. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay. Don't quite know if I'm going to put the aventurine in there. Because I can change my mind. Now, blue sandstone holds the energy of the universe. Gold sandstone is, the synopsis on that one, is for, well, mainly it's copper. I mean, they're both copper. But gold sandstone is for like arthritis. And arthritis is usually indicative of resisting change, resisting energies. And so I'm trying to be more like I was back in the day when I was like 19 years old, where I was like, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with the flow. May need some more, may not. Don't know yet. I'm loving this already. Oh, God. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, and then the malachite. I like the fact that I'm doing this more inward, like an introspection, rather than outside of me. And it's not so much that I've given up on my twin flame journey. That's not what this is. This is more of like Yo, I'm fixing myself. Okay? I'm just fixing myself. No, I did not have that up. Okay, cool. I am patiently awaiting my Sacred Way perfume from Sage Goddess. It was offered and I leaned into it. I asked my guides if this was meant for me, and it was yes. And it's a very limited, it's like a limited edition perfume. It was made before Mabon, which is, you know, the equinox. And it won't be made again. So this is like it's being set up for next year. And I was like, oh dear God, if I have the extra money, please. If it's meant for me, it'll come to me. And, you know, I feel kind of like it chose me, not me choosing the perfume. But I shall receive it tomorrow. It says that it's going to be delivered tomorrow. And so I'm going to be like, yes! Opening up my magical mail. I know it's going to be so worth it. I know I'm going to be, oh my God, I probably am going to like put some in a bath, bathe with it. I'm going to have to bathe with it and feel into it and everything. I do believe that these are the black tourmalines. Yes. Or are those the... No, those are the black tourmalines. That's okay. I didn't even use the hematites. Haven't even used the hematites, and that's okay. There's oh, oh, for the love. I'm gonna have to get another one of these, obviously, because I cannot. No, that's amber. That's amber. I know I have black tourmaline. Smoky quartz. I don't want the smoky quartz. It's not, Alright, well, guess what we're just gonna do? We're just gonna do the black tourmaline over here, smoky quartz over here. That's cool. Because I'm not gonna redo this whole thing. I'm like, no. I'm in the flow right now. And then opalite. I didn't even put the rose quartz on here. because I already have the malachite and the rhodonite, and that's pretty much it. These just, it broke. Not really a shame, but you know, it's cool. Okay, and then oh wait, I already have one. It's a good thing I paid attention. So when I do this, this beadwork, when I do this, because this, I do this for myself, and then what I do is I make ones for other people who I'm like, oh, you know, somebody else might want it, somebody else might benefit from it. Like I was saying from earlier. And I do this intuitively. I connect with my guides. I connect with my higher self. And so I don't really have to say it out loud. I just do it. I just do it. And where did I put the amethyst? Oh, right next to the quartz. Okay. Which is that one right there. Oh, wait. I did 3 quartz and then I do 1 amethyst. And then okay. So you see all this excess right here? That's actually pretty perfect. I want that much excess. It doesn't, you know, stuffing all of this into all of these beads. It just means that I have this much extra to work with, and I do not have to make it longer. I don't want to make it longer than what I already want. So, it's perfect. You want to see? Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Do you want to see? It's perfect. It's exactly where I want it to be. I love it. Okay. So now that I love it, but what you want to do well, I must have found that. Okay. So now I have all of this extra stuff, all of these extra pieces that I can, like these 2 pieces of tiger's eye. I think I had way too much tiger's eye on there. And I know that that's like, what? You can never have too much tiger's eye. No, you can't. You can have a perfect amount. Have symmetry. Okay, so what you want to do, I've looped it through the whole of the you're going to put it back in. You're going backwards. And that's what's meant to happen. Well, actually, let me try a different way. Let me try a different way because this one was such a tight fit to begin with. So, let me see, is this one? Golden sheen. It is. Okay. I want golden sheen behind me because I actually do love that. And I think I'm going to do the moss agate. That way, it's easier to stuff in it. Because remember, whenever I first did this one, it was quite a bit. And you have to put 2 pieces of, well, not 2 pieces, but you have to put the wire in a hole that's going to be big enough for it to, hang on, let me focus. Okay. All right. Ready? You see? Now, I'm not done. Remember, I'm not done because I still have to put on the crimp bead. Okay? All I'm doing is putting this wire back in to 2 different beads so that it doesn't really go anywhere at the moment. So I'm excited about this. Okay. Now, crimping. In my cleaning products. Okay. I can't zoom, but I can definitely focus. to make sure that the wire is in between. It's in the crimp bead, basically. There we go. Crimping that bead. So this one is going to be a little bit tight, and that's okay. Oh, it went out, that's okay. You want to make sure you do not cut your main line. Can I use that? I can actually use that in another project. It took about an hour and 42 minutes, but it is done. It's symmetrical. Now it's time for the test. I didn't even need to use jump rings, which I don't mind using jump rings. Oh, hallelujah, I can see what I'm doing. Hmm. I feel a little bit of heart chakra pain like coming out because I'm trying to open my heart chakra. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Burning some Palo Santo. Symmetry. I like the opalite. I like the opalite. Okay. I am done with this one, so I'm going to head off of here. I'm going to see if, well, it's 3:40. Snacking. Snack. Oh, wait a minute, it goes this way. Anyway, opalite, if I didn't say it earlier, which I know I did. Masculine, feminine, because this is the feminine side, this is the masculine side. Masculine, feminine energies together and then integrated with my higher self. It's an amazing thing whenever you work with gemstones. And you allow the energy to integrate. And then you are able to come into alignment with yourself in a deeper way, in a way that not everyone is able to achieve, but the people who are trying to achieve it, I wish them all the luck that they are going to need. I think next up I need to make a bracelet with my dragon vein agate. I'm trying to pare down. I'm trying not to wear so many bracelets. I made this one. Actually, I made two of them. I made one for each arm. It is black tourmaline. I might have used all of my black tourmalines. Black tourmaline, amethyst, rose quartz, quartz, and golden sheen obsidian. Anyway, I'm really digging this one. Digging it. I like it. Yeah. Anyway, this necklace was inspired first by twinflame1111.com, and then I reworked it, and I basically inspired myself. I like it. I'm really liking it. One thing I do have to tell you is do not bathe with your gemstones. Okay? The one that I do bathe with is this one, because it's got wood and it's got, which, you know, technically I need to turn that into, you know, put the copper on there. But it has tiger's eye and, not right now, tiger's eye and moss agate on here, and then wood. I do bathe with these because it's Rudraksha. Rudraksha is of Hindu, Indian, actually Indian from India, because that would be Native Americans, as you know, or you know, American indigenous. Anyway, India, Chinese, and Hindu, and they are meditation. I have the 5-sided beads. They range between 1-sided and 22-sided. So it's actually, you know, I have a whole mala in there of Rudraksha. It's a Rudraksha mala. And then I also have I believe it's a sandalwood mala with a Buddha brass head on it. I have 2 malas. I absolutely love them. Anyway, Rudraksha, That's the way you say it. Helps you to meditate, gets you into a deeper form of meditation. It helps with depression. It, depending on the sides of the seeds, you don't really want to work with the one-sided seeds because we are not one-sided beings. So it's best to work with like the five-sided on up. But they are seeds, and sometimes they are dyed. It's a ritual dye that they are used. It's part of the tradition, but that dye generally wears off, like it washes off of you. Like it may stain your body, but it's natural. It's not a synthetic dye. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because we're going up on 2 hours. All right, bye.